Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave, and today we're going to take a look at my top 5 player side schemes and resource cards. Now, there wasn't enough player side schemes to justify a list by itself, so that's why I combined it with resources. There are enough resource cards that I could probably have done a top 5, but so I'm going to have some honorable mentions. But when I'm creating a basic deck, definitely some of these cards are in play, and then a lot of these cards with the basics are supplementing the type of deck that I'm building. So let's take a look at my top 5 player side schemes and resources. Number 5 is specialized training. It's a one cost player side scheme, comes in with 5 threat per player, victory 0. When defeated, each player who does not control a specialized upgrade chooses one set aside specialization upgrade and puts it into play under their control. Now, there are 4 specialized cards that are linked, and they each cost 2. If you somehow lose them and they go into your discard pile, it'll cost you 2 to get them back out again. They give you +1 to a specific stat. There's an attack one, there's a thwart one, there's a defense one, and then there's one that gives you 4 hit points. And if you use a basic ability for those stats, then you can draw a card. You exhaust it and draw a card. And for the hit point ones, it's if you take any damage. So that is number 5, specialized training. Number 4 is superpower training. It's a one cost player side scheme. Victory 0 comes in with 3 threat per player. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for an identity specific upgrade and put it into play. So, of course, this is amazing to get your player specific upgrades out, which is usually a key factor for the hero. So, that's why this is number 4 on my list. Number 3 is a resource card, The Power in All of Us. Max 2 per deck, double the number of resources this card generates when paying for a basic gray card. Now, basics can have a lot of expensive supports and allies, and especially when I'm making a all basic deck, I definitely include the Power of All of Us. But if I'm leaning heavily on basic cards, then I will throw in the Power of All of Us because I feel there's quite a few cards that could benefit from the 2 resources. So my number 3 is the Power of All of Us. Number 2 is build support. Cost 1, comes in with 3 threat per player, victory 0. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for a support with a cost of 3 or less and put it into play. Now, this is great for you can grab a support that maybe you're not allowed to play. One of the candidates I usually do is the Quinn Carrier, which costs 3, and you must be an Avenger to play this. But with build support, you can negate that requirement. And of course, the Quinn Carrier is a great resource on the board for any character. So number 2 is build support. All right, for a few honorable mentions, one is digging deep. It's a response after this card is discarded from the top of your deck, add it to your hand. Now, there's only a couple characters that are a must include when I have this when I'm building a deck for them. One is Domino, of course, and then the other one would be Magneto, because you are discarding cards from the top of your deck, and then if you discard Digging Deep, you're able to put it in your hand. Also, I got a couple more resources. The Power of the Mind. You double the number of resources this card generates while paying for a psionic card. It generates a mental. And the Power of Flight. Double the number of resources this card generates while paying for an aerial card, which generates an energy. So if I'm building a psionic deck or an aerial deck, then these cards are included. And number 1 is actually the basic resources that came in the core set: Energy, Genius, Strength, max 1 per deck. Energy generates 2 energy resources, Genius generates 2 mental, and Strength generates 2 strength. Now, these resource cards are usable for pretty much any hero. I don't include them with Jubilee. She's probably the only hero I haven't currently. And maybe sometimes I might not include all 3, like if I'm trying to build a strength-heavy Hulk deck, maybe, possibly. But for the most part, I always include 1 copy of all 3 of these. They're, in my opinion, way better than, say, like the Power of the Mind or Power of Flight, because those get double the resources, but only for specific type of cards, where these are useful for all cards. So that's why they're number 1. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thank you.